Welcome back to part 2 of my Tour de Mont Blanc hike. In part 1, days 1 to 4, we crossed the border of France and Italy, then crossed the Swiss border and ended in Chamonix. On day 5, we hiked from Chamonix to Trient via Fenêtre d'Arpette for a distance of 13.6 kilometers, 1335 meters elevation gain, and 1280 meters elevation loss. This stage could be done either through the main route via Alpes Bouvines or the variant Fenêtre d'Arpette. Our team split up and 2 of us went for the Fenêtre d'Arpette variant. The route to the Fenêtre is very rewarding but considered the most challenging in the TMB, so this should not be attempted on a poor weather condition. After breakfast, we started hiking to the direction of Val d'Arpette, passing by a chairlift line, then a narrow footpath along the rushing stream called Sentier de Bis. After a few minutes, we reached the mountain lodge and restaurant Relais d'Arpette. We kept going and started ascending through the meadows, then entered a forest. The trail then got increasingly rugged. Until it opened up to a wide boulder field. We then started our steep ascent through the boulders. This is the only section of the TMB where there actually was no trail. But we looked out for those few red-white signs to guide us through the huge pile of rocks. Looking up, we could see the mountain range with sharp pinnacle of rocks, or Aiguille d'Arpette. We continued scrambling through the boulders until we reached the foot of the mountain pass with a short snow crossing. The last approach was on an extremely steep scree. Extra caution should be exercised here as rocks could fall when other hikers are descending. After some careful scrambling, we finally reached Fenêtre d'Arpette, considered the summit of TMB at 2665 meters elevation. Fenêtre d'Arpette means Arpette window. True to its name, it is a pass in the middle of 2 large pinnacles and resembles a natural window. And reveals panoramic views of the Val d'Arpette, Trient Glacier, and amazing skyline of peaks. After taking a moment to rest and appreciate our achievement and the breathtaking views at the window, we started our descent, with Triant Glacier as the centerpiece on most of the hike down. The hike down was very steep, but the trail is straightforward. After around 2 hours, we reached Chalet du Glacis, where we had a short break. We then kept going, and after an hour of hiking through the forest, we reached the beautiful alpine Swiss village of Triant. I went straight to Camping Le Petit, where I stayed for the night. This campground has the basic camping essentials, paid shower, grocery store, and has a street food van with excellent meals. And offers amazing views of the sunset and the Triant Glacier. On day 6, we crossed the border of Switzerland and France from Triant to Argentière for a distance of 15.6 kilometers, elevation gain of 1,000 meters, and elevation loss of 1050 meters. We started our hike on the path just behind Camping Le Petit, which crosses a stream, then goes through a forest and gains more than 900 meters elevation within the first 6 kilometers. The trail is on a series of steep switchbacks until it opened up to beautiful views of the mountain range. We continued our ascent until we reached Col du Baume Refuge at 2195 meters elevation. We were rewarded with spectacular views of the Swiss side of the Bern Alps, the French side of the border over the Aiguille Verte, the valley of Chamonix, the Aiguille Rouge, and Mont Blanc itself. Just behind the refuge is the Swiss-France border. Seems surreal as we left Switzerland and stepped back to France and have one day left to complete the TMB. After taking our time enjoying these views, we started our descent. Going down, there are several variants. We took the trail to the direction of Le Tour by following the ski slopes. Until we arrived at the beautiful village of Argentière. After exploring the village and a short break, I went straight to Camping du Glacis d'Argentière, where I camped for the night. This is my favorite campground in the whole TMB, with full service facilities and amenities and friendly local vibe. Day 7 culminates our hike as we made our way from Argentière back to Chamonix and complete the circle around Mont Blanc, with a hiking distance of 21.9 kilometers, elevation gain of 1,500 meters, and elevation loss of 1,730 meters. I started the day with a short bus ride to a stop near Mont Blanc, where I met the rest of the hiking team. Then started our hike towards Aiguille Rouge Nature Reserve until we reached the trailhead with a large sign. The first part of the trail is a steady climb through the forest, dominated by the rocks of El Iguiet de Argentina. We continued our ascent until we reached a fork. From here, there are several variants. We went for the Lac Blanc variant, being one of the highlights of the TMB. This is the most famous and very rewarding stage in the TMB, but could be challenging as the trail involves some scrambling and steep ascent on a series of ladders. After tackling the last ladder and a short scramble, we arrived at La Tête au Vent at 2140 meters elevation. This is one of the most amazing sections of the TMB, which offers panoramic views of Mont Blanc and Chamonix Valley. After a short break, we kept going until we reached Lac des Chézeries at 2240 meters elevation. This is a string of small lakes on a completely unique landscape, and views of Mont Blanc mountain range just getting better and better. We kept ascending and in less than a kilometer reached Lac Blanc Refuge, which overlooks the iconic Lac Blanc. This marks the final highlight of the TMB at 2352 meters elevation. Views here are all worth our 7 days of hiking. The contrasts of colors from the turquoise waters of Lac Blanc to the snow-capped mountains of Mont Blanc mountain range and its granite peaks are awe-inspiring. After a refreshing break and taking in these spectacular views, we started our descent, with still Mont Blanc dominating the skyline. Until we reached the Flagere cable car. From our research, the rest of the trail has the same views from the top, or the top might be even better, so we decided to take the cable car down to Chamonix for an early end to our hike, so we could explore the town and enjoy a sumptuous dinner to celebrate our accomplishment. The TMB is indeed one of the world's iconic hikes that should be on any hiker's bucket list. I hope this helps in planning your TMB. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.